first thing about Hurricane Sally now that everybody in this room and everybody watching should understand is there's a lot of uncertainty. And anybody that lives in the surge areas, the flood-prone areas, in manufactured homes or somewhere they don't feel comfortable, now's the time for them to think about evacuating to somewhere.
Last-minute preparations are underway as Hurricane Sally takes aim on the Gulf Coast.
Sally still moving very slowly and its direct path still unknown at this hour, but emergency leaders say everyone along the Gulf Coast should take this storm seriously and make plans to stay safe now.
And that's because Sally could dump some heavy rains on us that could lead also to life-threatening flooding, along with the very high winds possible, and it may last for several days. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for watching Fox 10 News on our Tuesday morning. It's September the 15th. I'm Eric Reynolds.
And I'm Sarah Wall. Good morning, everyone. We are continuing our team coverage of Hurricane Sally.
Meteorologist Michael White and Jennifer Lambers are standing by this morning in the Storm Tracker Center with the latest on the storm. Good morning.
Good morning, you two. Jennifer is going to be talking about risks and hazards later in the hour. I'm going to jump into what we've got regarding Sally right now. And this thing is a hurricane still, but it's not as strong as it was if you watched Jason and Matt last night. It is a Category 1 hurricane with maximum sustained winds of 85 miles an hour. But don't let that fool you. Just because this is a Category 1, it's going to be a major flooding and storm surge threat for the Gulf Coast. And you can already see waves of rain moving from offshore to onshore, mostly along and south of Interstate 10, as well as south and east of Interstate 65. Rain falling from Mobile to Dauphin Island, Baldwin County. It's falling from Bay Minette to Gulf Shores, Florida Panhandle. Storms with lightning showing up near the Naval Air Station and near Innerarity Point, and that's going to be moving onshore as well. So we got a big mess because of Sally. It is a Category 1. You got hurricane warnings issued for the entire Gulf Coast, and most of the rain is going to be located east of the center. Now, if this was a fast-moving system, a Category 1, although important, would not cause us to have such pause as this one will, because this is going to be moving at a snail's pace. The flood threat's going to be significant. Coastal regions could pick up over a foot of rain. You add in a storm surge threat, and you're going to have a real problem on your hands. This thing's only moving northwest at 2 miles an hour. Maximum sustained winds are at 85. And here's the track from the Hurricane Center office in Miami. It will be on shore, but it won't be on shore till tomorrow afternoon. And then it begins to lift out to the north and to the east. And once that happens, dry air moves in. But from this afternoon to tomorrow afternoon, it's going to be barely moving. The maximum sustained winds will drop from 85 to 70 miles an hour. It will be a tropical storm once it makes landfall. However, you'll notice the center is projected to land right on the Alabama-Mississippi state line. But the cone is so large that there's a lot of disagreement in the model. So although that could take place, another possible scenario is it makes landfall on the Alabama-Florida line. But what our Fox 10 Futurecast has been hinting at is it makes landfall around parts of Baldwin County. So we really have to be watching this carefully, because anyone along and east of the center gets the main storm surge threat and gets the bulk of the flooding threat. Anyone to the west of the center will not have conditions as bad as if they are east of the center. So the placement of where that thing makes landfall is very important. We'll show you the latest Fox 10 Futurecast. We'll also check in with Jennifer later for the latest on the hazards with Sally, and that's all coming up a little bit later this hour. Guys.